I really love the reality of our nervous system. And that is why I felt so dependent on working in person and working directly with people. And since I shifted a lot of my work and output and my methods to the online world, also due to the current global circumstances, I felt a growing sense of dissatisfaction because it was like I, to some extent, cannot reach the depth or the reality of people anymore. I cannot touch the substance. I cannot touch the skin. And there is a beautiful thing around touching the skin, because to some extent, when we touch the body, we touch its truth, its essence, its depth. And what I now start learning in the online world and the so-called online business is we can still touch each other's core. We can still touch and feel the depth. We can still get around the small talk and not waste our time. And I want to tell you about something that recently started unfolding in my online community, or my community of somatic ecstatics, where we explore all those tools that I'm curious in, or that we are curious about, in terms of aliveness and ecstasy and regulating trauma and wounding. And that is the so-called shaking event, because it is basically that we gather, but we are not stuck in words, but we are vibrating with our whole body. So it's a kind of meeting with a whole body shaking. We are standing and shaking in an online circle, and we are dedicating our shaking to issues that are present in the space, in the room. So for example, it's me being worried about my nephew, because my little nephew might be ill. Or it might be you being worried about your job. And then from there, and that's the crucial thing around shaking events, it is not stuck in, oh, that's my personal problem and now you have to help me. But it's rather about, we do not know how to help. We do not know the solution. We do not know what to do, but we know that not doing anything, stopping breathing, stopping sensing, stopping being in touch, that is a problem. So we won't leave you alone with our vibration, with our shaking. I will show up for your death with my breath. You will show up for my illness, for my disaster, for my helpless states, with just staying in contact if there is nothing more that we can provide for each other. And why am I telling you this? Because now we agreed in this online community that from time to time we will offer our shaking events in terms of what we are inviting into the space, what we are vibrating with, what we are reconnecting back to aliveness. We will offer this to all those woundings who want to be vibrating with us. So as a footnote, you are super welcome to join the online community and be a member and jump with us on board in the next shaking event, and the next and the next and the next, because we are continuously exploring those tools for global and individual regulation. But what I want to invite you to in this video primarily is something else. And that is that we will meet in this very online salon, in this online community, KalisKiss, so the kiss of the goddess of death and destruction. We will meet there on Friday, the 10th of September at 6 p.m. CET. And we will be whole body vibrating for an hour. And we will be showing up. I will, I think, give a few words around context and guide through this sacred dance between freedom and trauma, between wounding and fear and contraction, and bliss and freedom and excitement on the other side. So it's almost like we are meeting as dancers on the bridge between the poles that tear this world into pieces. And we will be shaking there, and whatever is present in the field will be taken into this shaking, into this vibration, into this remembrance of aliveness. And if you want us to shake for you, you are invited to let us know. And when I say let us know, it's not about you have to leave a YouTube comment here. It's not about you have to write us an email and explain your life story, but connect to us. Connect to us on the 10th of September, quickly, shortly before 6 p.m. CET, or maybe 6 p.m. CET. And it's just wherever you are. As long as you see this video, and as long as you are wounded, and as long as you know about the betrayal after the wounding, which is in so many cases nowadays that we didn't have somebody who showed up for us. We didn't have somebody who stayed in touch. We might even have, for our worst traumas, people around who kind of blamed us or didn't believe us. So if that happened to you, I'm super sorry that this happened. And I know that words are too weak for providing something that's of substance and of reality for the nervous system. But I ask you to give it a try if you feel drawn towards it. If there is something present in your life that you want us to show up for, to vibrate with, I think everything that's allowed to flow back into vibration has an immediate, immense chance and potential for changing the direction and being a self-regulating thing. So that is my hope, that eventually we can offer shaking events in a way that also are supportive or lead to global regulation around real big global issues. And let us train with my stuff. Let us train with our stuff. Let us train with your stuff. If you want to feel invited, you are invited. If you want to feel welcome, you are welcome. And I think it would just be enough to energetically throw into our direction what you might have never told anybody because you feel so much shame or shut down around that, or something that is really a secret. It's not about words. It's not about us wanting to figure out what you give to us into the space. But in this online community on the 10th of September, 6 p.m. CET, I will say that all of you have been invited, and I will let all of us know, and all of us know already that your wounding will be present with us. And we take the wounding, whatever it is, the woundings of perpetrators in the same way as the woundings of victims. It's not about the good person or the bad person. We are not shaking for the good ones. We are not shaking for the sense. We are shaking for the confusion in our era on every level. So we are shaking for the bees and the dolphin babies and the redwood trees and the insects and the humans. And again, if you want, we are shaking for you. Let us know. Energetically, let us know. You are deeply welcome.